Hey, everybody, it's Josh Ellsworth with STAHLS, and I want to thank you for joining my presentation 21 Ways Heat Printing Takes the Cake. I'm so excited to be broadcasting to you and that you've chosen to attend this class. I want to encourage you to attend all three parts. This is part one of the three-part series. Each one will last about 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm going to be cycling through a lot of information and a lot of content. And one thing I want to come across loud and clear is that heat printing is on fire in the world that we're living in right now. When you think about how businesses are needing to pivot really from being in person to online, as we saw throughout 2020, and we're still seeing here in 2021, really heat printing has come into the spotlight for just in time fulfillment and manufacturing of goods. And so there are definitely some things I want to cover that will bullet point the 21 ways. But let's start with the basics. And as you'll see here, I am in my home office and I have a heat press right here beside me. This is as big as they get. It's a 16 by 20 inch Hotronix auto clam. And you can see it can fit in the corner of my office space. So when you think of heat printing, you should think of clean technology, technology that is fairly small in footprint. So it's something that is pretty adaptable. It can fit, of course, inside of a big shop, but it also can fit into a corner of the bedroom. And honestly, we are seeing more of these heat presses shipped to home businesses than ever before. So if that's you, you can have confidence that this is something that you can do in home. You could do at home. But I also want you to understand that if you run a big shop, this is something that's very relevant for a big shop as well. Some of the things that we've heard from shops that are doing heat transfer work right now is they love how simple it is to use. If you understand the recipe for the transfer that you order, that is the time, the temperature, and the pressure, all you need to do is set your oven or your heat press for the recipe. And that's the beauty of heat printing. All of the science, all of the technology is built into the actual transfer product or the roll of vinyl or whatever product it is that you source to be heat applied to your garment. All you need to do is make sure the oven is set for the settings of the frozen pizza, and boom, you will have quality results. And so, what I'm hearing from production managers and operation managers is they love how easy it is to train on the heat press equipment. It's not an extremely technical process as far as executing the application. Pretty much you need to make sure your shirt's loaded straight and your designs placed straight and you follow the proper recipe and you will get accurate results. So not only is it something that's a small footprint and it's very easy to learn, but it's also very clean and very affordable. Something that can be run in a small space and something that can be invested in increments. And so I like to call that a scalable technology. Basically, you can start small and then you can continue to build. What we're seeing and what you'll see throughout this three-part presentation is that the challenges that heat transfer, heat printing solves are unlike anything else that's out there in the industry. The finishes that you can achieve, the items that you can decorate are just so wide open, so many choices that are out there. So as you think about heat printing, I don't want you to think about the old iron on. I don't want you to think about yesterday's heat transfers. There is technology that has come a long way that will equip you to be successful with this, whether you're just starting out or whether you're one of the most experienced decorators. There's something for you in this presentation. Again, I'm Josh Ellsworth with STAHLS. I'm super excited to be presenting here for Impressions for this broadcasted event. And if you ever have any questions for me, my email is josh.ellsworth@stahls.com. We'll put it down here in a graphic, and you can feel free to reach out for me or connect with me through the platform. So with that in mind, I'd like to get into our listing of reasons. I think I've already given you some of the reasons why heat printing takes the cake in 2021, our 21 reasons here. But we're going to start and talk about product mix. And so when you look at the whole umbrella of heat printing, there are a lot of transfer types, but I really sum it up into four core print technologies that you can flow through your heat press. I find that if you can understand and master these four print technologies, you can accommodate 99% of the jobs that are out there. Yes, you can always piece together special effect finishes, and we're going to cover those. But if you're looking to put a basic graphic, a flat graphic, no metallic, no glitter, no reflective to it, just a basic graphic onto a shirt, there are some core considerations that you want to look at when we talk about heat printing and the core four print technologies. Now, I'm going to lead off with the first print technology. That is a screen printed transfer. I'm going to show you a short clip about how this product works, but the reason heat printing takes the cake, our number one reason, is because you can produce screen print like results with plastisol ink. So watch this video, see how easy it is. The first way I'm going to show you to print a shirt is with a screen printed transfer. Screen printing is still one of the most popular technologies for decorating apparel at retail. And as a business, you should be interested in mimicking that look with your heat press. With screen printed transfers such as this goof-proof transfer from Transfer Express, you're getting actual plastisol ink, the same stuff that's used in screen printing, onto a paper carrier. The benefit of this is you can group up multiple images onto one sheet as long as they're utilizing the same colors. You can order these and they start to make sense once you hit 15 shirts or more. You receive them in, all you do is trim them apart and heat apply. The finished result on the garment feels great. Just like screen printing, this is the easiest way to decorate t-shirts with a heat press. Wasn't that really cool? You saw how easy it is. You just position the transfer, heat press it on, peel the backing, and you have the completed result. And so that is a screen printed transfer. Now, the number two technology that I want you to understand is really two-part. And so this is for super low quantity customization. If you need to do as little as one, you can do it profitably with this process. 6 pieces, 12 pieces, no problem. There are no screens to burn. It's just a roll of vinyl that is loaded into either a vinyl cutter, like I have here behind me as well. I have one of those in my small office, or a print cut machine that utilizes solvent or eco-solvent or latex ink. So two different one-off technologies, but I group them all together under heat transfer vinyl. There's a single color version and there's a print cut version. And I'd like you to watch this video of the single color version where you'll see us combine two colors together so you can see exactly how this process works in heat application. This product is especially popular because you can do extremely low quantities cost effectively, as little as one, and personalization, which is really popular right now. You can buy this by the roll, load it into what's called a vinyl cutter. There are desktop or industrial units. You cut your vector design in a mirror image, weed away the excess, and you get your pieces ready to press. So unlike screen printed transfers where we're getting everything, all of the colors on one transfer sheet and they apply at once, when you're working with multiple colors in heat transfer vinyl, we need to layer. So we cut each roll, each color separately, piece them together on the shirt at the press, and finish the job. Because of these steps involved, this isn't ideal for very fine detail artwork because we need to complete the weeding process, and you really want to keep your color count down. But one of the biggest benefits of heat transfer vinyl is the range of special effects, from reflective to glitter to metallics to foils. There are so many finishes that you can complete on a heat press with heat transfer vinyl. Okay, so you saw that. It's pretty easy. I wanted to show the single color one first because when we think about spot color designs, those designs that are 1, 2 colors, you'll make a choice. They're either going to go through a screen printed transfer like we saw up front, or they can go through this heat transfer vinyl process if it's super small quantities. Now, really closely related to that technology is print cut, digital printing onto vinyl. And when you start to get 3 or more colors in your design, we really need to look at a technology that does digital printing. And so our number, still a number 2 reason, but for one-off fulfillment, the fact that you can do digital printing onto heat transfer vinyl opens up a world of possibilities for logo types. Watch this video and I'll show you one of those. Print cut heat transfer vinyl. It's a little bit different than standard heat transfer vinyl because in this case, the material just comes to you in clear or white. You actually need to have a printer cutter, solvent, latex, one of these large format machines to be able to print all of the colors that you need onto the vinyl. Now, the benefit of this is I can do as many colors as I want onto a transfer without increasing my cost. No more layering involved, just print, cut, weed, mask, and then you're ready to heat apply. Print cut heat transfer vinyl comes in many different styles, and it's great from everything from t-shirts to athletic wear, and there are special effect finishes such as glitter that you can use with the process. If your design has 3 or more colors and it's a low quantity, you're going to want to look at print and cut heat transfer vinyl to complete the job. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed that, putting that digital logo on there. Now, every technology has its limitations as well. And one of the limitations of digital print cut is if you get super fine detail or you get super high quantity, there's really not a whole lot of cost savings as you go up the scale in quantity because it takes the same amount of time to print and cut and weed each piece to prepare it for application. And just know these technologies that I'm showing you typically can be ordered out for as transfers where all you have to do is heat press them, or you can invest into the vinyl cutter and the print cut machines to be able to produce these in house. But our fourth technology is the newest. It's one of the ones that I've been most excited about for the last 12 months. I call it digital screen printed transfers. And so I'll explain it in this video clip and you'll see how it works. But really, where print cut heat transfer vinyl leaves off on quantity, in detail, digital screen printed transfers come into play. So watch this video and then I'll give you a framework to think about all of these technologies together so you know which one to pick for each job. We call it a digital screen printed transfer. So in the past, we've had to use print cut heat transfer vinyl for jobs, sizes that really weren't ideal for printing, cutting, weeding, masking, completing all the steps that we just talked about. Or maybe there was too much detail in the design that I didn't want to weed it. And so we have screen printed transfers, we have digital, which means printing's involved, and so we have this digital screen printed transfer. Now you can get a heat transfer that combines the best of both worlds, digital printing and screen printing, allowing for fine detail, cost savings as you go up in quantity, and lots of opportunity for multiple colors all on one sheet. Group different designs, single step application. I love this technology for decorating t-shirts, performance wear, and more. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that video as well. And very quickly, in a short amount of time, we've been able to show you the 4 primary heat transfer technologies that are out there on the market. I don't at all want to give you the idea that this is it because there is certainly more. There is sublimation, there are laser toner systems, there are desktop inkjet printers that certainly can produce heat transfers. But when I look at the overall market, I think these 4 are the most popular. And what I wanted to show you, one of the biggest things about heat printing is having some simplicity to your decision making as an apparel decorator, what product to use when. We want you to be capable to understand the products that you have access to, but we want you to be confident. And so you can get to the right product for the job. So the grid that you're seeing on the screen takes all 4 of those products that you just learned about and puts them into an easy decision-making matrix, as I like to call it, on what to use exactly when. So all you do is you'll take the number of colors in your logo, the quantity that you want to manufacture, and you'll fall into a particular bucket. So let's say you have a 1-color logo and you want to do 75 pieces. That's going to be best done in the screen printed transfer, the first thing we showed you. Let's say now I have a 4-color logo and it's only 10 pieces. I'm going to be in that digital print cut, the orange bucket here. Now, if I have that 4-color logo and let's say it's 100 pieces, then I'm going to be down into this full color digital screen printed transfers. And so those are 3 reasons why I believe heat printing takes the cake. Number 1 is because there is a solution that looks just like screen printing for manufacturing to order that screen printed transfers, right? Uses actual plastisol ink. Number 2, there is a solution for just-in-time fulfillment. With the popularity of e-commerce and web stores, you really don't want to commit that inventory before you have the order. And so heat transfer vinyl and print cut heat transfer vinyl are both viable solutions for doing one-off manufacturing, print to order on a wide variety of fabrics, not just cotton, not just polyester. You'll see in my segment number 2, we're going to blow the doors off of what is possible and what you can decorate. And reason number 3 are digital screen printed transfers. Not only can I do screen printing, not only can I do full color, but I can do it at quantity, at super fine detail. So there is a heat transfer technology that will allow you to grow your decorating business, certainly available with a small footprint, with an easy to learn workflow. It provides scalability and it's affordable to get into. So hopefully we're starting to open your eyes to heat transfer, make it easier to approach. Make sure you watch part 2 of this series where we're going to get really into the product assortment and the finishes that you can create and show you the world that's out there for heat printing. It definitely takes the cake.